From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Monday morning. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. We have a lot of active weather for this week in the form of the potential for lightning fires. So that's why we have a first alert weather day for today and tomorrow. The potential for lightning fires up in the Cascades, about 10 to 20% thunderstorm chances over critically to significantly dry vegetation. Then for Wednesday, that threat's going to shift over to the foothills of Morrow and Umatilla counties, kind of the same thing. And then for Thursday, that threat is going to shift over to the Kittitas Valley, tracking the same thing with those thunderstorm chances over critically dry vegetation. So definitely a lot to track over the next handful of days. For this morning, 50s, 60s, and 70s for lower elevation, 60s and 70s up in the mountains. Your day planner forecast for today, mostly cloudy throughout the day, but in spite of that, it is going to be very toasty, up around 100 degrees for lower elevations. We're going to continue that for tomorrow. Highs cooling off between 90 to 95 degrees as we head into Wednesday and beyond. And again, that potential for lightning fires Monday through Thursday. Best chances for lower elevation rainfall are going to be Wednesday and Thursday. A lot to talk about in Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, troopers have now released the name of a man killed in a crash just outside of Pasco. We'll let you know what investigators say happened.
Plus, a backyard chore gone wrong in Findlay, how a wildfire sparked, causing damage to one home. Our crews were there, and we have the details coming up.
And today, big changes at Providence St. Mary, how a brand new heart lab is set to help thousands in our region. We have those headlines and so much more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Monday, August 25th. It is officially back to school week.
It's so official. We've been talking about it all week, for weeks now.
I know.
And your kids start
happening.
School this week, right?
They do, yeah. My kids start tomorrow. I know there's kids that start today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and they kind of scatter throughout the week.
Yeah, and some started last week, the week before.
Yeah. It's time.
Yeah.
I know, but it still feels like summer. Of course, we'll check in with Josh. She's got that forecast coming up.
And we do want to start with your top stories, and we're starting with new information coming into the newsroom this morning. The Washington State Patrol has identified the man who died in a crash on US 395 just outside of Pasco yesterday morning.
Washington State Patrol tell us that 76-year-old Mark Wallum of Vancouver, Washington, died after the car that he was riding in was hit at the intersection of US 395 and Crestlock Road. Take a look at your screen. Here is video from the scene. This was right in front of the Country Mercantile. It's about 8 miles outside of Pasco. Authorities say that the driver of the vehicle was turning onto Crestlock and failed to yield to oncoming traffic in the northbound lane.
The driver and a third passenger were hurt and were taken to the hospital in unknown conditions. The driver of the northbound vehicle was also hurt and was also taken to the hospital.
Washington State Patrol telling us that drugs or alcohol are not a factor in this crash, and right now there are no charges pending at this time. 5:03 now, and a wildfire sparked just after 4 o'clock along East State Route 397 in Findlay. It happened on Friday. Take a look. Our crews were there on scene as that fire was smoldering. Fire officials say someone mowing their lawn appears to have started the blaze. It scorched about an acre before several fire agencies were able to contain it. At least one home may have also been affected. For the latest updates, of course, you can head to our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
And we were just talking about it, taking a look at back to school season. While some kids are just getting ready to start school this week, students at the Yakima Nation Tribal School in Toppenish are already finishing up their first week. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert sat down with the new principal to hear his goals for the year.
The Yakima Nation Tribal School is a small high school in Toppenish with around 135 students and possibly more as the year goes on. The school, which started class this past Tuesday, falls under the Bureau of Indian Education and reflects the values of the Yakima Nation. Recently, the school got a new principal, Bomaro Ruiz, and he says one of his main goals is to build bridges.
In education, we've shifted towards kids being a number, kids being a test score, kids being an IEP, just kids being a name on a piece of paper, and I'd like to kind of like build everything on relationships, right? Like those hierarchy of needs, make sure that we're creating a safe environment, somewhere where they feel accepted and cared for and loved.
Ruiz says he understands many of the problems students go through on a day-to-day basis.
That kid, had to take care of 3 siblings, right? And that could happen in any race. That could happen in any culture, right? The kid doesn't have 2 parents at home that sit down with them at dinner, and that could happen anywhere. Like I've been in different districts where the problems are the problems are the same, but they're not necessarily the problems, they're just barriers. So how do we remove the barriers?
Ruiz says improving attendance is one of his top priorities, and he believes it can be solved through relationship building, but he also says it's a reflective issue.
And the thing is, attendance, I feel, a little bit has to be reflective and say, like, well, what are we not offering that the kids don't want to be here? Like, is it, how are we not meeting their needs?
School officials tell me they're not only just focused on continuing academic success, they're also focused on getting students involved in community and cultural activities right here in the Toppenish community.
One set of kids went to a conference at Legends Casino. It's a youth conference. About, I think, 35 of our kids partook in that. Another set of kids went huckleberry picking. So that's something different, kind of from the public school system. On the 4th of September, we're going to have a powwow on campus after school. It's going to be, and historically, it's been kind of a big event.
Ruiz says the school will also focus on preparing students for life after graduation with classes that teach college and career readiness.
That college and career readiness class is going to cover resume building and kind of those things that a lot of people are like, well, they didn't teach us that in school, well, okay, well, now we are.
School is in full swing at the Yakima Nation Tribal School with a focus on culture, community, and student success. In Toppenish, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, William. And school officials say students will continue to take part in community and cultural events throughout the school year.
5:07, looking to local health now. The Providence St. Mary Medical Center in Walla Walla is ready to open its renovated cardiac catheterization. It's a lab there. In Apple Valley News Now, Caleb Stipkovitz tells us how the upgrades will better serve patients.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in Washington state. And for patients in 9 southeastern counties, the only place to receive emergency cardiac treatment is in Walla Walla. Now, those future heart disease patients will be cared for in a state-of-the-art facility. The Providence St. Mary Medical Center in Walla Walla is set to open its newly renovated cardiac cath lab. St. Mary's upgraded cardiac catheterization lab, or cath lab for short, now has top-notch equipment that will improve diagnostic imaging and reduce radiation exposure for patients and workers. The improvements will also allow St. Mary's to expand into vascular services, which the hospital says is a need in the community. When the lab went under construction earlier this year, St. Mary's made sure to keep its services running.
Because we're the only cath lab in the area, we can't just shut down our cath lab for 6 months, right? So we have to have a mobile unit, and then now here we are today where we're able to open to our first patient.
Planning for the upgrades began in 2022, when the hospital started raising money for the project. Perry says that 90% of the funds came from individual community members hoping to give back to the community, and in total, the project was funded by 175 donors. The medical center is preparing to open its doors to the public.
Working with your local cardiologists to get referred. If you need additional testing or things, they'll be able to refer you to our cath lab if need be. But right now, our physicians and cath lab team are getting trained on the new system to be able to open it up to patients.
The lab will be available to the public starting next Monday. Reporting from Walla Walla, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And the medical center is located at 401 West Poplar Street in Walla Walla and officially opens today.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Trump targeting big cities, threatening to send in the National Guard. We have the pushback this morning from governors and mayors, all coming up in your national headlines.
But first, giving you that live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. Sunrise set for 6:09 this morning as the days just get shorter.
So sad.
But still very warm. It is back to school season, but still feels like summer outside. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbeth is going to break down your first alert forecast and what you can expect on this Monday after the break.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. we want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Vance Heating and Air has been keeping Yakima homes cool since 1986. If your air conditioner needs service this summer, we'll take $86 off the cost of any AC repair. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Okay, bye.
I met a cute poodle outside.
Oh, really?
She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free. That can't be true.
Sure it is. When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free.
Free?
Yeah. You don't pay us a penny unless we win for you.
That's doggone crazy.
Hello? Yeah, sure. That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
The heavy hitter is one for you. Call 853-2222.
This Labor Day, More Furniture is making it easier than ever to get that premium mattress you've been craving. Choose from premium brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and get 72 months interest-free financing. That's 72 equal monthly payments, no interest, and no money down. Plus free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. Celebrate Labor Day with comfort, savings, and service you won't find anywhere else. More Furniture, Labor Day done right.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home, in the kitchen for burnt on food, and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand power helping you buy better.
Bruce Willis. That smile, that laugh. But now, gripped by a heartbreaking disease. The loving and powerful event special. Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey. Tuesday night on ABC.
An old ranch, a trail, and a waterfall. Apple Valley News Now, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. There is a red flag warning that's in place for today. Technically not in our viewing area, right on the cusp, but we are going with First Alert Weather Day for today in the Cascades for the potential of lightning over critically to significantly dry fuels. Then we have an extreme heat warning that's in place for all lower elevations. That runs until 9 p.m. on Wednesday, as it will be quite toasty out there. So for today, mostly cloudy skies. We're going to have little chances of showers and thunderstorms for the Cascades and for the Blues. Although, again, that best combination of lightning over critically to significantly dry vegetation is going to be in the Cascades. Highs for today about 10 to 15 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year, so around 100 degrees for lower elevations. In terms of the wind gusts, not all that much happening out there for today. And then for tonight, skies will start to clear out a little bit, partly cloudy skies where we do have leftover showers or thunderstorms. That's going to be in the Blue Mountains, and overnight lows are going to be quite mild as we'll have 60s and 70s. So not just mild, but warm in some cases. Okay, here's Futurecast upper level wildfire smoke. You see this tan color right here, tan, and then of course yellow and then red, indicating some thicker patches of haze and smoke up in the sky. That's really just going to swirl around a region for not only today but also for tonight and as we head into tomorrow as well. It doesn't look like we have any significant reductions to air quality, but we're going to keep close tabs on that. And again, many chances for lightning fires over the next handful of days. Touching on that coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. It is 5:14 now, and we want to look to national headlines this morning as President Trump is vowing to expand his military takeover beyond Washington, D.C., and possibly into other American cities.
Trump says he's considering deploying the National Guard to Chicago, New York, and Baltimore next as he receives pushback for claiming crime has spiraled out of control in these various cities.
ABC's Christian Cordero has more details this morning from Washington.
Nearly 2 weeks into the Trump administration's federal takeover of Washington, D.C., the president is shifting focus to other cities as he looks to expand the National Guard for a supposed crime-fighting mission.
Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor, grossly incompetent. So I think Chicago will be our next, and then we'll help with New York.
A U.S. official tells ABC News that planning is underway to send the National Guard to Chicago, but no official deployment has been ordered, and the Department of Defense declines to comment. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is pushing back against the president's claims about crime, writing, quote, "There is no emergency that warrants the President of the United States federalizing the Illinois National Guard. Donald Trump is attempting to manufacture a crisis." Former Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel on CNN.
And my guess is when you look at what he did in D.C., he's not going to actually deal with crime. This is an attempt to get the goods through customs. This is an attempt to deal with cities that are welcoming cities, known as sanctuary cities, and deal with immigration.
New York's Governor Kathy Hochul also disputes Trump's claims, telling ABC News crime is down across New York City and statewide, and that the calls to use military power undermines the work being done. And in Maryland, Governor Wes Moore is responding to Trump's calls for leadership to, quote, "clean up Baltimore." The governor there is touting the city's falling violent crime numbers, calling Trump hypocritical.
If you look at the president's budget, it actually cuts funding towards violent intervention groups. It cuts funding towards the bureaus of the FBI and the ATF that are supporting local jurisdictions like Baltimore.
Moore also adding,
it's unconstitutional. It's a direct violation of the 10th Amendment.
And despite the threats for military intervention, the White House does not have the same kind of authority over cities beyond Washington, D.C.
And when a governor calls up the National Guard at the request of the president, they can effectively police like law enforcement. And when the president calls troops up without the governor's permission, the Guard's authority is limited to protecting federal buildings and personnel.
It's, of course, something we'll keep you updated on as it continues to unfold. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He's going to have a look at your first alert forecast as we give you that live look outside from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima this morning. It is 5:16 and we're back after the break.
Make your hard-earned dollars go further during the Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. Shop today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Plus, find huge discounts on living, dining, and bedroom, and 60 months no interest. The Labor Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper.
Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Save is coming to the Hippo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. 0 down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit. One location. Massive savings at the Hippo Center in Pasco. Learn more at BrettsRV.com.
Feel the electricity this summer with a new Honda. Let a great deal take you further. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get at 4.99% APR on a 2025 Civic Hybrid sedan.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery. Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
It's the Labor Day sale at Denver Mattress. And right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get 30% off our Doctor's Choice lineup. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. The Labor Day sale on now at Denver Mattress.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Many first alert weather days ahead of us, including for today and tomorrow in the Cascades, the potential for lightning fires. Let's go ahead and show you what goes into that. First of all, for today, again, going to be hot, around 100 for lower elevations. Vegetation going to be significantly dry in the Cascades. And you factor in some of the little lightning chances we could have up there, only about a 10% chance. And then for tonight, that's going to pivot down to the blues. But lightning fire is going to be possible for today. And then for tomorrow, see the forecast size a little bit hotter at this point. Hanford maybe getting up around 103, still around 100 in the Tri-Cities. And at this point, vegetation still significantly dry for a good chunk of the Cascades. And those lightning chances in the Cascades still going to span anywhere between 10 to 20%. And then for tomorrow night, some of that once again spreading down into the blues, perhaps some showers in the blue foothills as well. Then for Wednesday, now the potential for lightning fire is going to be in the foothills of Morrow and Umatilla counties. So first, the high temperatures for Wednesday going to be a little bit cooler, closer to 95 in the Tri-Cities. So at that point, only about 5 to 10 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year. But you see vegetation critically dry in the foothills. Then you factor in some of those thunderstorm chances around 30%, but pretty widespread shower chances at this point. And then for Thursday, that potential for lightning fire is going to shift over to the Kittitas Valley. So again, high temperatures at this point trending a little bit cooler, right around 90 for lower elevation spots. Vegetation still critically dry. And then you factor in about a 20% chance of some thunderstorms in the Kittitas Valley. And again, pretty widespread shower and thunderstorm chances at this point, but those, even though they're widespread, the chances across the board only about 10 to 20%. And then into Friday and Saturday, we could have some leftover showers, but it's going to be mostly dry at that point. You see we're going to trend cooler as well, but still technically above average for this time of the year. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, near 100 today and tomorrow, then cooler with small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday. In Yakima, around 100 over the next couple days, then a few shower chances Wednesday through Saturday. In Ellensburg, hot and dry today and tomorrow, then watching the potential for lightning fires on Thursday. In Hermiston, near 100 for the next couple days, then cooler with small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday. Then in Walla Walla, the exact same cycle. Hot and dry Monday and Tuesday, then cooler with little rain chances Wednesday and Thursday.
Quite the switch up from the sunny skies and just sun we've been seeing and having every single day. But
yeah, quite a little active stretch here. Definitely, if you were paying attention, concerned about the risk for lightning fires through Thursday at least. So hopefully we can dodge many bullets this week.
Oh yeah. All right, thanks Josh. Hey, from superhero reboots to demon boy bands, which movies slayed the competition this weekend? We've got your box office breakdown coming up in your entertainment headlines right after the break. It's 5:22.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. With the Chase Ink card, we got up and running in no time.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business.
Oreo Thins. When that fancy new dessert spot is actually your couch. Flavors that feed your fancy. Stay playful.
Even when U.S. soccer star Mallory Swanson isn't on the field, she always makes the perfect play. With a Bank of America customized cash rewards Visa card, she'll earn 6% cash back in the category of her choice, like online shopping, for the first year from account opening.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
that grimy film on your teeth.
Dr. G?
It's actually the buildup of fat bacteria, which can cause cavities.
Most toothpaste quit working in minutes, but Crest Pro Health's antibacterial fluoride protects all day.
It stops cavities before they start.
Crest.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brush head hugs them, cleans them, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
We decided to open Playroom to give others the space to be creative. Having a Chase Ink card has allowed us to grow and make something from nothing.
Earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials with the Chase Ink Business Cash Card from Chase for Business.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, we're talking movies. The weekend box office brought some surprises with the brand new #1.
Yeah, though some familiar titles are still hanging on, it was fresh star power that grabbed the spotlight.
Complete with rocket launches, car chases, and yes, a demon boy band. So here's David Daniel with this weekend's box office top 5.
First time for everything, right?
The Bad Guys 2 spent a second weekend in 5th place, adding $5.1 million to its haul.
The 4 of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Another 4th place finish for The Fantastic Four: First Steps, which made $5.9 million.
As teenagers, we have no power. But as adults, we can break our parents up for good.
Freakier Friday fell to 3rd place on ticket sales worth $9.2 million.
Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out. No one forced them. What do you see that I don't?
Weapons lost the top spot, but another $15.6 million gave the horror thriller a domestic total of $116 million.
The demon boy band? They're coming after the fans.
A sing-along version of the Netflix hit K-pop Demon Hunters slayed the competition, earning an estimated $18 million in just 2 days. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Yeah, this plane's trashed.
This K-pop Demon Hunters is everywhere. I think I tried to watch it, but I wasn't paying attention, and I feel like I need to try again on Netflix.
I think that in the last
week or so,
5-6 days, yes, probably been on our TV every day.
So it's good? The kids recommend?
the kids definitely have it on the recommend list.
Okay.
And then here comes the problem is then you start to see your shoulder like, oh, that's kind of catchy song. Like,
yeah.
okay.
So, well, now I'm interested even more.
I know. So, yeah, no, my kids and many others are kind of obsessed with it right now. Yeah.
I keep hearing things about it.
Everyone loves a good sing-along.
Yeah.
Can y'all ever remember a movie starting on streaming and then ending up in theaters? Can y'all remember that happening thus far?
Nope.
Can't.
Yeah. So this one's in a special little category.
Yeah, well, they're doing it. I mean, kind of like when Taylor Swift did the concert stuff, and she put that out on streaming, and then it went into theaters also. Because now it's, hey, let's watch this with everyone. Let's have a sing along and like get into the vibe. I know. Well, the people are loving it. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Water rights in the Pasco Basin. Decades of uncertainty may have some answers, and we're going to let you know what a new study, a state study, means for local farmers.
Plus, a popular campground is closed near Leavenworth as the search for triple murder suspect intensifies. The latest on the manhunt for Travis Decker is coming up, but first we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, word is Apple's newest headphones are on the way. Bloomberg reports the new AirPods Pro earbuds will be released this fall. A key new feature is said to be heart rate monitoring, and there's also likely to be improved sound quality and noise canceling. The newest SpaceX Starship is still on the launch pad after its 10th test flight was scrubbed just moments before launch. SpaceX blaming an issue with ground systems. Other recent tests have ended in explosions on the launch pad and destruction in midair. And K-pop Demon Hunters
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check if doing the Georgia bark at my boss would be appropriate. Go, dogs!
Yeah. So we need to...
And it's not. Checking Allstate first was smart. Barking at my boss, dumb. At least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
Hey, Bark Boy.
These guys are crazy.
Your sisters are running early.
Early? This headache.
We've got an hour. Try PainQuil.
The max strength liquid pain reliever that starts working fast. PainQuil, the aches, pain, strains, head pounding, back aching, fights pain fast medicine.
When the island speaks.
Tiki bar.
Water slides.
Big pool. And hammock.
It's time to escape to the Great Life. Ah, now this is the Great Life on the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, did you get another perfect forecast?
Was it perfect?
It was pretty perfect 3 days in a row, so.
Yeah, it was perfect enough.
Okay.
Went with a forecast high on Friday of 96 in Pasco Tri-Cities, 95.
Okay, yeah, that's close.
Yeah, close enough. So it verified, and the jackpot went up to $125. So for today, going with the forecast high, a little bit toastier this time, 99 in Pasco Tri-City. So if it verifies between 96 to 102, jackpot's going to hit $150. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Okay, now what's on your screen is this. First alert weather day for today and tomorrow. The potential for lightning fires up in the Cascades. Then for Wednesday, that potential is going to shift down to the foothills of Morrow and Umatilla counties. Then for Thursday, that threat is going to shift over into the Kittitas Valley. So a lot of moving parts over the next handful of days, but of course, we'll have you covered. All right, temperatures for this morning, 60s and 70s for a lower elevation, so mild to warm, even 60s and 70s up in the mountains for this morning. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Really going to be mostly cloudy skies, especially for this morning. Maybe a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. But in spite of that, it is still going to be around 100 degrees in the Yakima Valley, in the Lower Columbia Basin, in the Kittitas Valley. Maybe a touch cooler in the Walla Walla Valley. But with lightning in the forecast, did want to touch on this. Wildfire safety, prepare your home, create that defensible space, have an evacuation plan, stay informed, especially with Apple Valley News Now, and pack a go bag. And I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of today's pretty hot and dry forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. We begin this half hour of news with continuing coverage on the manhunt for Travis Decker.
As the search continues, the Rock Island campground near Leavenworth will see temporary closures. So the U.S. Forest Service says the closure allows the FBI to conduct an ongoing investigation running from today through August 27th.
Chelan County Sheriff's Office confirms the investigation is connected to the search for Decker, who authorities believe killed his 3 daughters. So this campground they're searching is just about 4 miles from where those children's bodies were found back in June.
Looking to environment news now. For more than 50 years, state and federal agencies have been managing the complex groundwater system in the Pasco Basin. Now changes are coming that could affect local farmers and irrigators. Originally, the state issued permits to use groundwater in the basin, but those permits never became permanent water rights, largely because disagreements persisted over who actually owned the water and who should manage it. Recently, officials have redrawn the basin's boundaries, and the next step is a 3-year study to measure exactly how much water is available. The results will help determine whether existing permits can become official rights and if new permits can be issued in the future.
We have some entities, water right holders out there that are asking the question, well, as the Bureau moves forward, as there are more efficiencies in the system, what happens to our groundwater wells?
Other big questions remain, like who will be in charge of the water, also whether new fees might be added, and how these changes could affect farmers already using it.
5:34 and taking you to Oregon now, where staffing shortages and hiring freezes across Oregon are making it difficult on people living there and also for DMV employees, leaving the people in the area having to travel further for services. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says there are some things, though, you can do to avoid the lines and the travel.
Starting August 27th, the Milton Freewater DMV will shut its doors temporarily, leaving residents to travel farther for services. This closure means Hermiston and Pendleton are now the closest option for those residents. Customer Service Manager Brian Wheaton in Hermiston says his location remains steady, but there are options.
Definitely seen our wait times increase because, we just due to staffing shortages. But our appointments are really easy to get. Go on to DMVTU. We usually can have appointments available in our offices within a couple days.
While some transactions like renewing your car's registration and filing a collision report can be completed online through DMV2U, others, like adding a real ID to a license, still require an in-person visit. The Oregon Department of Motor Vehicles says it all comes down to staffing. Chris Crabb, the Public Information Officer for the Oregon DMV, says the challenge isn't new.
Oregon DMV has been severely understaffed for years. Basically, we've had roughly the same number of staff that we've had 25 years ago, and that number is set by the Oregon legislature. But that same number of people is now serving about 800,000 more Oregonians.
Crabb says a hiring freeze and lack of money make it difficult to fill critical positions. She says the last thing they want to do is shut down offices.
We want things to be consistent and people can rely on and count on coming to the DMV, having it open, and being able to be served. And so we're doing everything we can to make that happen. But with this hiring freeze, it may lead to more shutdowns. I just don't know.
Crabb says they are looking at what they can do to keep these smaller offices open. Wheaton says in some cases, he's had to send employees to other offices hours away to help fill a role.
For an example, like Hood River was suffering a shortage in staffing, so I sent someone from here to drive all the way to Hood River or the Dalles to work that office so we could avoid a closure.
Crabb says there is not enough money to hire more employees, and that's the reason for the hiring freezes. Reporting in Hermiston, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And state officials say that no other DMV locations are currently slated to close, but they do warn that staffing remains a major challenge across Oregon.
Talking sports now, bikers kicked off the Lumberjack Nationals at the Columbia Basin BMX track in Richland.
Yeah, over the weekend, hundreds of races were held leading up to each group's championship race on Sunday. There's about 550 racers competing on Friday alone, ranging from age groups starting at just 1 year old to 60-plus division.
The Lumberjack Nationals is a part of the USA BMX circuit with racers coming from all over the west side of the U.S., as well as some from Canada. And helping bring the event to the Tri-Cities were race partners, Visit Tri-Cities, as well as the city of Richland.
We do charge for parking, but other than that, it's free to come in and watch, and you are going to see some exciting racing action. On top of that, if it's something that your kiddos want to get involved in, or maybe you yourself want to get involved in, right? BMX Racing League is the best way to get involved. We have a new beginners class starting up this next Friday, and we'd love to have more people from our community to come out here.
Oh yeah, Mighty Mouse is in.
So much fun to go out and watch the races. It's something my family's done for years. Sam and the crew out at Columbia Basin, they run that track so phenomenally for our community. My mom and my brother and my sister were all state champion BMX racers, so we've spent a lot of time out of the track.
It seems like fun.
Yeah, and it is, and they just continue to help it grow and grow the sport here in the Tri-Cities. So it's a lot of fun for kids and families.
Yeah.
All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From groceries to gas, more people are tapping their phones instead of swiping their cards. But if your phone's lost or stolen, how safe is your money? Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Consumer Reports has these simple steps you should take to protect your cash.
But first, Josh will be back with how your weather is looking for today and the rest of the week. It's all coming up in just a few minutes right after the break.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
I don't want to leave.
I want to win this thing. I think we're the strongest couple here.
As soon as you think you know everyone, they stab you in the back.
It's the final roast tonight. There's just one problem.
Hello, Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Oh no, I did it again. My mind really clouded until my friends and I'm lonely, sitting and sinking low.
The $7,500 federal tax credit for eligible electric vehicles is ending. Must take delivery by September 30th, 2025. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances this Labor Day at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
For the first time ever, Pasco RV and Boat Super Save is coming to the Heppo Center. Make the most of what's left of camping and boating season. Save thousands on a huge selection of new and used RVs and boats. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, motorhomes, pontoon boats, parts, accessories, and more. Every category, every price point, all on sale. Zero down and no payments for 90 days. On approved credit, one location. Massive savings at the Heppo Center in Pasco. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
The Labor Day sale is on now at More Furniture. Join us this weekend where you'll find every bedroom, living room, and dining room is in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate free white glove delivery to your home. Plus, we'll remove your gently used pieces and donate them locally. You've worked hard all year long. It's your turn to relax in style and comfort. Labor Day savings like never before. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Bruce Willis. That smile, that laugh. But now, gripped by a heartbreaking disease. The loving and powerful event special. Emma and Bruce Willis, The Unexpected Journey. Tuesday night on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Right now you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. You see clouds up in the sky and some haze up in the sky as well. That is going to be a feature throughout the day of our forecast. Here's your coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Maybe the lightest jacket in your wardrobe for this morning, but it's going to be all t-shirt weather throughout the rest of the day, especially for the hottest part of the day, as we're going to be up around 100 degrees in the lower Columbia Basin. Let's go ahead and take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in the Cascades, where we're going to have about a 10 to 20% chance of lightning for today, and over critically to significantly dry fuels that could lead to some lightning fires. That's why we've gone with the first alert weather day. Definitely going to be drier to the east of there, at least for lower elevations, around 100 in the Kittitas Valley. The same thing for Vantage, also around 100 up and down the Yakima Valley. See, that's going to be in spite of skies being mostly cloudy. Then for the lower Columbia Basin, also mostly cloudy, but with high temperatures around 100. And then for the foothills, mid-90s for the Morrow County foothills, and a little bit closer to 100 for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties. Even going to be in the 80s and 90s for some of the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. And wind gusts, for the most part, are going to be fairly light for today. But many more chances for lightning in the forecast. I'll show you the potential for lightning fires moving forward as well. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. 5:44 now, and in Consumer Reports, from groceries to gas, more people are tapping their phones instead of swiping their cards.
But what happens if that phone goes missing or falls into the wrong hands? Well, this morning, Consumer Reports is showing us how to protect your money when using a digital wallet.
Digital wallets are fast, convenient, and increasingly common.
I can just take it anywhere, whether it's on my phone or on my watch. I know that I always have something to pay with.
But not everyone is on board.
I feel more secure, or just go the old-fashioned ways, use cash.
And while opinions differ, there's no question digital wallets are catching on. A 2024 Consumer Reports nationally representative survey found that about 75% of Americans have used digital wallets, and of those, about 4 in 10 use one every week. But that convenience may come with risks.
If someone gets into your digital wallet, they can access your money within seconds. That's why it's so important to add every layer of protection that you can.
Consumer Reports says make sure your digital wallet is locked. Set it so you need a face scan, fingerprint, or passcode to make a payment. Not all apps do this by default, so you may need to turn that feature on. If your phone goes missing, make sure it can be found remotely so you can erase all your data before someone else gets to it. On an iPhone, go to Settings, tap your name, then Find Mine, and make sure Find My iPhone is on. If you have an Android phone, it's called Find My Device. Just sign in with your Google account and it's enabled automatically. And watch out for scams. They're on the rise.
Scams involving digital wallet payment apps have become a serious problem. Some consumers have lost thousands of dollars. So it's important to stay vigilant to avoid becoming a victim.
To lower your risk, turn on transaction alerts for every purchase and make it a habit to check your bank and card balances regularly. That way you can catch anything unusual right away and protect your money. This is Jaima Crespo.
And Consumer Reports also recommends setting up recurring payments through your bank and not a digital wallet.
And if there is an issue with the app, you could miss a payment and even get hit with a late fee. But like we were saying, you know, on the iPhone at least,
it doesn't let you put anything into your wallet, a card or anything like that, unless you have a passcode. So good security protections in place for that.
All right, just be safe and vigilant.
Yeah, be smart.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Your morning sprint, it's coming up. Everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning, and giving you that live look outside from the Dust Devils camera in Pasco. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth will be back with your full First Alert forecast. It's 5:46.
When you own your own business, you own every decision. And with over $2,500 in annual value, now own the card that rewards you for it. Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. And get a $300 gift. Or check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Plus get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free benefits fair and lunch at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, September 19th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Some cleaning sprays can be ineffective. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser. Simply add water to effortlessly cut through 100% of soap, scum, and grime. And use Mr. Clean Extra Durable throughout your home, in the kitchen for burnt on food, and on walls to remove scuffs and marks. It even erases 3 times more permanent marker per swipe. Switch to Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Brand power helping you buy better.
When you own your own business, you own every decision. And with 8 times points on Chase Travel, now own the card that rewards you for it. Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Stacy Lee. First Alert Weather. Watch tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colworth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is a first alert weather day, and tomorrow will be all the same, as we'll have the potential for lightning fires up in the Cascades, thunderstorm chances over vegetation that's going to be critically to significantly dry. And the reason why it's so dry is because, well, it's going to be pretty hot for today, up around 100 for our lower elevations. Again, the vegetation significantly dry up in the Cascades, and you factor in some of those thunderstorm chances. Granted, they're pretty small thunderstorm chances, but it wouldn't take a lot of lightning to start up some lightning fires there. And then for tonight, that threat for showers and thunderstorms mainly going to shift over to the Blue Mountains. Okay, then for tomorrow, this is also first alert weather day. It's also going to be around 100 for lower elevations, especially in the lower Columbia Basin. And again, the vegetation still significantly dry in the Cascades, specifically in the upper Yakima Basin. And at this point, thunderstorm chances anywhere between 10 to 20%. And then for Tuesday night, those become a little bit more widespread into the foothills and the Blues. For Wednesday, first alert weather day, this time for the potential of lightning fires in the Morrow and Umatilla County foothills. And so we take a look, first of all, at high temperatures, going to be a little bit lower, still above average for this time of the year, but closer to 95 in the Tri-Cities. All that being said, vegetation critically dry, specifically in the foothills, where we'll have thunderstorm chances at around 30%. Then for Thursday, another first alert weather day, this time for the potential of lightning fires in the Kittitas Valley. And again, we take a look at high temperatures. That trend, again, a little bit cooler, but still 80s and 90s for lower elevations. Vegetation still critically dry. And in the Kittitas Valley, we'll have about a 20% chance of some thunderstorms. So that's what we always look for. Thunderstorm chances over vegetation that's critically or significantly dry. We're going to have that for all 4 days, Monday through Thursday. Thankfully, thunderstorm chances going down Friday and Saturday. Looks like it's going to end up being a pretty dry weekend and a little bit cooler, although highs for the Tri-Cities still going to be between 90 to 95 degrees. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, near 100 today and tomorrow, and cooler with small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday. In Yakima, around 100 over the next couple days, then a few shower chances Wednesday through Saturday. In Ellensburg, hot and dry today and tomorrow, then watching the potential for lightning fires on Thursday. In Hermiston, near 100 for the next couple days, then cooler with small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday. And in Walla Walla, it's going to be the exact same cycle. Hot and dry Monday and Tuesday, then cooler with little rain chances Wednesday and Thursday.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:52. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, as Washington State Patrol has identified the man killed in a car crash on US 395 near Pasco. Troopers telling us 76-year-old Mark Wallum of Vancouver died Sunday morning when the car he was riding in turned onto Crestlock Road and was hit by oncoming traffic. The driver and another passenger were hospitalized along with the driver of the second vehicle. Authorities say drugs and alcohol were not factors in this crash, and as of right now, no charges are pending.
Fire crews in Findlay say a lawnmower sparked a wildfire Friday afternoon off of State Road 397. The blaze burned about an acre before multiple agencies contained it, though at least one home may have been damaged.
And for decades, farmers in the Pasco Basin have used groundwater under temporary permits, but without permanent rights. And that may soon change. State officials recently redrew basin boundaries and are launching a 3-year study to determine water supply. The results could decide whether existing permits become permanent and if new rights are issued, raising questions about future fees and management.
And the search for Travis Decker, the man accused of killing his 3 daughters, is leading to campground closures near Leavenworth. The U.S. Forest Service says Rock Island Campground will remain closed from today through August 27th, and this is to allow the FBI to investigate. The site is just 4 miles from where the girls' bodies were found in June.
The Providence St. Mary Medical Center in Walla Walla is unveiling a newly renovated cardiac catheterization lab. It's the state-of-the-art facility will improve imaging, reducing radiation exposure, and expand into vascular services, filling a critical need in the community. The $175,000 project was largely funded by local donors, and the lab officially opens to patients today.
In your national headlines this morning, New York City showed its support for Ukraine yesterday. Several city landmarks, including the Empire State Building, were lit up in blue and yellow, which are the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Ukraine marked its independence from the Soviet Union on Sunday, and that happened back on August 24th of 1991. Governor Kathy Hochul said New York is the proud home of the largest Ukrainian population in the United States, and it condemns the violence being perpetrated against the Ukrainian people.
5:54 in your business headlines this morning. Canada just announced that it's removing tariffs on some American goods. On Friday, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said he's lifting retaliatory tariffs placed on an extensive list of American products. The move takes effect September 1st and will apply to goods that comply with the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement. However, the 25% tariff placed on American steel and aluminum, as well as tariffs on American cars, will stay in place.
In your health headlines this morning, more than 20,000 cans of 7-Up are being pulled from shelves. The FDA says the 7-Up is being recalled over a labeling issue. The agency says cans labeled 0 sugar were found to mistakenly contain a full sugar product.
Hey, your sports headlines this morning. The U.S. Open is underway in New York, and defending champions Jannik Sinner and Aryna Sabalenka, they are looking to hold on to their titles as some of the sport's biggest stars took to the court on day one. Novak, Taylor, Ben, they're all there highlighting the men's draw, while Jessica Pegula, Emma Raducanu headlining the women's side. In the end, both champions will walk away with more than just glory. Of course, winner of the men's and women's singles finals each took home a $5 million prize.
And taking a look at what's trending this morning, the Powerball jackpot has jumped to a staggering $750 million. That's the 10th largest in the game's history.
No tickets matched the winning numbers over the weekend in Saturday's drawing, so that means what was already the biggest pot of the year will get even bigger.
The next drawing is set for tonight. If there's a winner, they will have the choice between an annualized $750 million prize or a lump sum payment estimated at about $338 million before taxes.
All right, putting that on my to-do list to go and try to pick up a Powerball
Grab a ticket.
Yeah, just
exactly.
gotta, you know, why not?
You gonna get one?
You never know.
No, I think I talked about this before, but I'd just rather not be disappointed.
I'm just, you know.
You never know.
Buy one,
Sure.
forgot about it, you know, could end up being the winner. You never know. I'm optimistic.
Yeah. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, high speeds, tight turns, riders of all ages hitting the track in Richland. We're going to take you inside day one of the Lumberjack Nationals.
And a new dinosaur species discovered with a surprising feature running down its back. What scientists think it was used for is coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking this morning?
Yeah, we're tracking some mostly cloudy skies, some haze in the sky as well, and potentials for lightning fires Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. A lot of first alert weather days, a lot to talk about in Good Morning Northwest at 6.